If you have any questions or concerns about this week's episode, please call or text producer Dan at 778-288-9255. Start the party, Dan!
It's time to turn it up. We're getting crazy, going wild, talking nasty stuff. Dude scrolling outside, but it doesn't fire. Boom, roast, mad post, sticking up the replies. We don't want to go to school. We don't want to get a job. We just want to get online and get our asses blocked. We don't follow the rules. We do whatever we want. It's Block Party, the podcast, like we're tweeting a duck. Block Party, Block Party, Block Party, my mentions are fucked. Block Party, Block Party, Block Party, I quote tweeting a duck.
Hello, friends, idiots, and friends who are also idiots. Welcome to your favorite podcast about social media and rejection. It is Block Party. This is episode number 288. I'm John.
I'm Stefan.
And with us is a returning guest to the program, one of our faves. He is a stand-up comedian. And I guess now officially we can introduce you as one half of the comedy duo Darcy and Jer. Darcy Michael is here.
I gave up 50%. We always remind Jer that he's the end Jer. We're currently arguing over the font for our special because I want it to be Darcy and then tiny little writing that says end Jer. You know, it's important he stays humble.
Yeah, in brackets too, maybe. Or
Hey, oh, good. I'm gonna write that down.
yeah.
In brackets. Hi guys. How
Hey,
you doing?
we're good.
good.
How are you?
Yeah.
You're
good.
You're
You
like
look very comfortable right now.
I'm very
Great.
cozy. I'm trying to keep a thing off camera. Well, I don't want to screw with your guidelines, but
I mean, Dan would take like hits of
You
like
can absolutely smoke weed
Dan would
on
take
this
hits
show.
of what looked like a portable like meth lab.
Okay,
on
great.
episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Gabs on
Dan
here all the
actually
time,
looks like a portable meth lab. So that,
Dan has meth in his ass right now.
Not for long.
yeah, because wow, it's dark in here. Found it.
No, you can absolutely smoke weed on this show. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
for
I
sure.
thought that you couldn't, but I mean, it's nice of you to say, but
I'm always respectful of community guidelines because I get in trouble a lot.
Of course, yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, you know, we've obviously had you on the show a few times in the past, but this is really, you know, the last kind of 18 months has been sort of crazy for you. You tour all across North America. You guys have some Europe and Australia dates coming up, I believe. Like you're this is it, man. You guys are fucking
This is
crushing
the
it.
last fucking time I'm coming on this shit show, I'll tell you. I got that much to gear now. You got me on a weekday. No, it's been fucking nuts. Like we've just wrapped most of our North American dates. We have 4 months off, but it's been 14 months, 50 cities. Plus all the other shit we've been doing, but it's been life-changing. We're just like on top of the world. Yeah, we saw you, I want to say Calgary last June. You were at like the 4th show of the tour.
Yes.
It's changed so much, thank God.
Oh yeah. Has Jared figured out how to be on stage, or
He is, I'm not
joking.
kidding you. No, like listen.
he's so good.
We threw him into the fire.
Yes.
Like,
But he had
first show.
like never really like that was kind of his first sort of.
Jer's first time ever holding a microphone was in front of 1,200 people at the Vogue doing 90 minutes of untested material.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was, we kept saying throughout the tour, by the end of this tour, we're going to have a show worth touring. And we were right. Like the first 20 shows, we were definitely finding there were times though, like even in our special, we just filmed a special last week, that will come out in the fall. Jer ad-libbed a line that was so funny, I actually got mad on stage because I was like, how fucking dare you come for this job as well? Like, you already stole my house husband gig. Now you're coming for the comedy gig. It's unreal how, like, he's still terrible, but he's just way less terrible.
Right.
I mean, I would say, yeah. So we came and saw you, and I believe what it was you guys were kind of just doing almost like a little test run to kind of see, like, you know, could we do a big run? Because I think you had done a couple of US dates, and then you were doing like Calgary and Edmonton, I think.
Yeah, we did. Live Nation wanted to do 6 shows to test. So we did Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, somewhere else, Calgary and Edmonton.
I think Pittsburgh, I want to say.
Pittsburgh. No, yeah, maybe.
I think, yeah, who knows? Whatever.
So we wanted to do a test to see if people were going to come, because we did the Vancouver show, but I'm from Vancouver. I did comedy for 20 years. It's hard to tell if that was going to. But then we sold out all the American shows in like Calgary and Edmonton. There were like 1,400 people at each one.
It was amazing.
It was nuts. The whole thing has been very like the imposter syndrome for me is strong. I can't even imagine how Jer feels with it.
It feels like he feels pretty good. He's like, wow, comedy is easy.
He had no idea how easy it was. He was like, so this is what you've been complaining about?
You were pretending it was hard for 20 years.
Yeah. Mind you, he's flying first class everywhere and staying at nice hotels, where when I was touring for Yuck Yucks, I was hitchhiking and jumping on train tracks to get out of the shows.
You got the merch right there too? The coffee mug?
Oh, it's unavailable. They're sold out. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? No, I mean, I think the one thing that really, and not that the show that I saw in Calgary was great, but I think it's also like, you know, you guys have a sort of shaggy quality to your TikToks already. So I think it's felt like being in the room, you know, even I could tell, like, I'm sure you were up there going, oh, this part's bad, or like this last 5 minutes has been bad. You know? And I could tell, and I've known you for a long time, and I perform, so I could tell there were moments where you're like, oh my God, but like the crowd was so with you guys all the way that I feel like it almost added to the show a bit, because I think the crowd was like, oh, these are just the guys we know from TikTok.
Yeah. They're just as dumb in person. It was kind of something I said early on with Jaron, kept reiterating. I was like, you can't get too good at this. Because that's not like, we're not going to go out and be polished comedians. My favorite type of comedy is the type where you just feel like you're hanging out with a guy while you're having a drink and he's telling some stories. Like, that's just the vibe I've always enjoyed, which is probably why I never liked your stand-up. But but it was
very rehearsed. My stand-up has a very rehearsed quality to it.
I was like, it still needs to be down and dirty. Like, even for the special, it was like, you know, we were using the same company that filmed my last Crave special, and they were being like really anal about things. And I was like, no, I don't think you understand. Like, that's what this has to, like, we're doing a lot of handhelds, because I was like, anytime we go off script, I only want the handhelds capturing it, because I want it to feel like it's off script. Like, you guys are scrambling. So I'm like, I'm not telling you when we're going to go off script. Like, you guys need to figure it out and stuff. So that was it. I love that kind of stuff. We're just surrounded by fucking fakeness all the time, that I'm like, if we can be a little raw and real, then I think it adds to it.
Oh,
definitely. Yeah,
totally. I mean, I think the moment for me, and obviously, like, I knew, you know, how well you guys were doing online, and obviously I'm in a beautiful theater in Calgary and there's 1,300 people there, and like, I can tell you're successful, obviously, but the moment for me where I was just like, oh my God, was really like, you guys started the show with Jer on the God mic, you know, saying like, pop quiz for my stoner husband, which is, you know, one of your catchphrases or whatever. And like, people fucking lost their mind. Like, they're like, oh my God, it's Jer's voice. Yeah. I was like, holy fuck. Like, they were just like, they were so excited. And also seeing people like, and good for you, seeing people buying every possible thing you could sell them. It was just like people just walking away from the merch stands like
we had
can't balance themselves.
We added bags to the merch line so they could. Jer's a monster. He is a monster. Someone suggests a way he could possibly make money off of my back, and he's already signed the contract.
That's so good. That's
good
so,
for him.
He's on Twitch, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Does he have sound alerts on there, or he does? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've slowed down on Twitch over the last year just because we couldn't.
For sure.
And so now he just kind of goes on kind of once a week and does like some sort of stream, I'll forget and walk in my pajamas and be like, oh shit, okay. But yeah, he's got his friend Britva is a big Twitch person that set all of his stuff up.
Oh, nice.
I've literally, there's a post-it note that says don't touch any of these buttons because there's just like, it's a stream deck.
Oh, stream deck. I've got one right here as well. It's, it's plugged in. You can't see it, but I've got buttons on there to get a random. We're obsessed with these pit bull breeders that breed. I don't know if you've seen them. They breed the most insane.
You guys are still on that?
Oh my god! They breed the most insane pit bulls you've ever seen.
Really?
And they're like super inbred, and they look really, really insane, and they all have names
so
like
that Mr. Worldwide can do 6 shows at once.
Of course, yeah. But they all look so insane. They're all super low to the ground, super muscular, super squat, and their names are all like Osama bin Laden 2.
Oh my!
They're really cool. But I have a button on my stream deck that will bring up a random image of one.
You are the weirdest person on the internet. You've always just taken such joy out of the darkest shit. It's phenomenal.
It's great. I love it. Yeah.
I've become so wholesome. All I watch is golden retriever videos and hot guys dancing. It's great.
I mean, that's great too. Yeah.
It's a great way to live.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, my Instagram algorithm is like entirely cat videos because of my cat. So
yeah, of course. Yeah.
I do have, some wholesome stuff going on.
Not me. Mine's all fucking hot chicks.
Yeah. Have you ever played Instagram roulette or TikTok roulette with friends?
No.
Where you just literally all hand each other your phones and let them see your for yous. Like
no.
It is the best conversation starter, and at the same time can be really hard on relationships.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of like big asses on there or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
I just find like as a dude, it doesn't like I don't follow like hot girl accounts or whatever, but
still show up though. Yeah,
they just show up. It's like if you like sports, if you pause on enough sports things in your algorithm, every time you go to the For You page, it's just like you probably like big tits as well. You probably.
It's a safe bet, I think. Yeah, mine is mostly it's cats. It's like hockey cards. It's hockey highlights. It's like soccer highlights, and then it's the occasional gigantic ass.
I don't know if I've ever looked at my
occasional gigantic ass. Yeah,
Dan,
Darcy, does your algorithm think you're straight? That's interesting.
Definitely not. No. The first 4 are all hot TikTokers, and then Harry Styles. And Fortune Feimster, so they think I'm a lesbian.
Okay, I think sometimes my Instagram thinks I'm gay because I'll get ads for prep.
Oh,
online.
It's not just Instagram. That's cute, though. I guess that's the only social media you have.
It's so weird that it's telling me I'm gay. What the? This is so strange.
I guess I'll keep scrolling. Yeah, I'll keep looking. You know?
So mine is like it's a lot of curling stuff, but then you can see just a girl in a bikini in the middle for some reason.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of curling, really quickly, I know it's tacky on this podcast. Congratulations.
Yes.
To John. It is so fucking good. I'm mad I have to wait for it. Like,
wow, that's very kind of you.
It was, like I had missed it in Instagram and my touring chaos, so I didn't know about it, and it just was recommended on Apple Podcasts, and I was like, wait a second, it's fucking John. And then I see you number 1.
Did you see Did you see the ad on Hockey Night in Canada?
Fuck yeah, I did.
That was so cool.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy for you.
I was doing the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV thing when I saw that. It was great.
Just think it's about time you're finally on a good podcast.
Yes, that's what I've been saying too. Speaking of good podcasts, Dan, I'm sending you a link right now. These are the pocket bullies, is what they're called.
The pit bulls.
Yeah, you need to see.
I mean, you've
what
showed
they
them
look
us
like.
before, but
I don't think Darcy's seen them. Maybe.
Yeah,
you
Darcy.
can specify that they're like ridiculous posters of these.
Yeah. Yes. The posters are unreal.
The posters are crazy. I don't know that they have any of the posters on this website.
Here, I'll share the screen 1 second.
Yeah, they look so crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're adorable.
But they're named like this guy's named Homicide, and he's a 2X Grouch Chumper. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Look at the traps on that one.
Oh my god,
that dog is stacked.
Yeah, this dog could fuck Stefan up.
Oh, yeah. No question. So could the puppies there, probably.
Yeah. I could just imagine, Darcy, you and Jer on your TikTok being like, we got a new dog. His name is Homicide.
Honestly, we could use the security. I get it now. I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like you guys, you've told me a little bit, but I know you have had some like weird fan things now, right? Like you guys are at that level of you have some strange.
It's a strange thing. Like talk about imposter syndrome. Like even just going through it. Like we one of the reasons we had to move was because we had a stalker for like 10 months that would just be showing up and stuff. And so like we've tried to keep the location of our new place secret, but like the fact that we had to leave Vancouver really bummed us out. And then like on the American tour we had some like big security shit that the like FBI and the police, and we had to hire some private security for a couple weeks. And,
whoa!
And it's just like like my agent said, it means you made it. You know, like you're really doing it. You've pissed enough people off, and I'm like, how can you watch our cheesy little like cringe comedy and be like, I need to kill them? Like
that's insane
level of rage. It's a downside to it for sure. But
you think maybe Jer is calling in the threats against you?
Because he would never stop me from working. He was actually worried it was me. He thought, I'm Britney Spears right now for sure.
I guess if you die, Jer could do the R.I.P. Darcy tour, but he's he's only getting one tour out of that, and then it's over.
We had a team meeting. We found out about like a really like substantial threat 10 minutes before we went on stage on Broadway. And we were like, oh, this sucks. But we were having like a team meeting, and I just stopped and I was like, I don't want to be an asshole, but we all can agree that Jer has to take the bullet, right? Like if I take it, we're all out of work. If Jer takes it, me as a widow, the ladies will just eat it up. Are you kidding?
You think our merch sales are good now? Yeah. So we can make a black shirt with a silhouette of Jer on it.
It'll now just be Darcy, and then in the faintest white on the billboard, and almost Jer. It was definitely one of those where we all agreed Jer's entering the stage first from now on.
Yeah.
He went into. It was one of those, actually, truthfully, that night during intermission. I don't know if it happened at the Calgary show, but fans love to bring gifts.
Yes.
And so they'll shout out, Darcy, I have a gift for you. Never Jer, I have a gift for you. And so we came back from intermission in New York. We're already like, our anxiety's super high. In the first act, we talk about our other stalker, and it was like such an out of body, like I was actually stumbling on my words a bit because I was like, oh fuck, we should have cut this bit from tonight. But we come back from intermission and there's just a brown paper bag in the middle of the stage, and I was just like, all this security talk and no one stopped to be like, what's that bag doing on stage? So we now call our assistant Candace our hurt locker, because we had her come out and pick up the bag and we stood behind her. We were like, anyways, it ended up just being heart medication for our dog Yuma. Everyone found out she has heart failure, so everyone's sending all the this is what worked for mine.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. And has any of that worked for you?
Oh, we don't try it. I don't trust people. It's my baby.
Yeah. No. Fair.
Yeah. If it's
how
not
is Yuma doing? Because it's always nice to see. I mean, she's so adorable.
She's the cutest. She's living her best life in this house, but she's destroyed our lawn. It looks like groundhogs have come because she lived in a townhouse. She never had grass to dig in, and she's obsessed with rocks. And 1 inch under the ground is all rock here.
Oh, okay.
So she's just learned, like, anytime I want, I live on a buffet. But she got diagnosed with congestive heart failure. It's been going fine. She's on medication. She's actually lost weight and everything. Her breathing's back to normal, so she should be good for a few more years, hopefully.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Got her on that Ozempic.
Yeah. Do you know who's not on it? Fucking this guy. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like it's I might just do a round. I might just pop around and see what happens.
Really?
Of the Ozy?
Oh yeah, it's like it's kind of like I always wish I should have done steroids when I was like 18.
Right.
Just like one cycle. Just
you're like a thick guy, sort of.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it would change my body chemistry. Like when I was younger, I was not thick. I was not bigger. Like I was very skinny. I was like I was like 5. I remember too. You and I did a skinny.
Hey, we both went through that phase together. Yeah. I'm not doing it again.
The Darcy and John skinny wearing hats tour. You and I were both wearing baseball caps, and we were at our lightest.
At our lightest, and it's been downhill ever since.
But it's it's just one of those things I could never put weight on until probably 5 or 6 years ago. And
how old are you again, John?
I'm going to be 39 this year.
Yeah, after 35, man,
it just happens.
Just like, yeah, you know what? You did your best.
Yep, you did good. But so I just feel like if I had just done a couple cycles of roids, might have changed my body composition so then I could have like put some muscle on when I was trying to do that when I was curling and stuff. And then now it's just like, I think, I don't want to rely on Ozempic, but, just maybe just like a little round or two, just see what happens.
I thought about it too. Cause like my legs are crazy muscly and I basically look like a lollipop right now. And I was thinking about it, but I was like, touring just killed my body. You're just eating out all the time. It's just so much pussy. And so then but then I was just like,
this pussy is going to go right to my ass.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. It's pretty flat. But we've been home for like 2 weeks and I'm already down 8 pounds. I'm like, oh, right. Like, I think I'm just going to give myself the summer and see where I'm at. But I'm not going to, well, you saw me go through it, but like I lost a shit ton of weight like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. And I don't remember ever being as unhappy as I was as a skinny person. Like I was just like, there was a level of anger and like it explains Stefan.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, I don't want to get that skinny ever again.
Yeah. I mean, there's a gym in our new building that I'm not going to use. Just want to tell you guys that.
I thought we were about to hear the plan.
No, I don't even know how to get into it. So,
have you ever worked out, Stefan? Like in any type of regular way? Like I know you play sports and stuff, but ever like.
There were a couple of years where I was like running pretty regularly, and then I play soccer like once a week still.
But that's soccer, all you need to do.
Pretty much. And then like I walk everywhere too, right? So like that's like walking is kind of all you need in most cases. So I just do that and it's generally maybe I'll start. No, I won't. What am I talking about? It's not happening. I can't even say
would you know how to do it? Like would you be able to walk into a gym and be like, I know how to use this stuff and I could work out?
No, I would look like Mikey Miles in there. It would not be good.
Well, there's always hope. I mean, I would love to. I mean, I'm absolutely joking. I would never take Ozempic, but I just I
would worry that it would take away from your big juicy dumper, which is like
does
a huge
Ozempic
selling
take
point.
it off your ass? Because I feel like my ass is mostly muscle.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, maybe you'd be okay then. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I have no idea. But you're right. Like even since I quit curling, my ass has shrunk a bit, and I don't like it. I like to. I'm just so used to having a big wagon over there. No, I haven't curled competitively for 4 years.
But you still play like amateurly? Is that what it would be called?
I played this year like once a week, but that's
Do you just destroy everyone when you play, by the way? I mean, right?
I played in a super league, which is for like good players. But yeah, like if I was playing in just like a regular like Tuesday night men's league, I would be one of the two best players.
I would love to see that. It's like how you, you play beer league hockey, and you'll occasionally play against a guy who played in like the ECHL.
Oh, they're the best player you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've played against guys who are in the NHL, and they're
played
the
against.
best.
Didn't you play against Mike Brown?
I played against Mike Brown, and I played against Brendan Dillon.
Oh, Brendan Dillon would be. He's huge too.
He's huge, and the thing with him is like he played D. Like a lot of times, if you play defense in pro hockey, then you just play forward in beer league hockey because you just want to score and have fun. Yeah. But he played D. So it's like if you went in like 1-on-1 with him, you're just like I'm not even getting close to the net. Like
for sure.
The amount
he's like 6'5", right? Like he's the amount of space he could close.
Yeah. Like he was so like you'd think you beat him wide or like even if you got a pass across the ice, like how quickly he could do crossovers to like get over to you. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. And I bet he's probably going to sign with the Canucks this year is my guess too.
You think so?
I think
that'd be sick.
That's the rumor.
He seems like a good guy. I mean, it's also, I've played against good goalies too. Like one year, one of the teams in my league had the goalie who won the Memorial Cup for the Brandon Wheat Kings that year.
Oh my God.
He wasn't like, he's never made the NHL or anything, but it was just like, fuck off. Like you just couldn't score. It was just fucking impossible. And he's like not even that good. You're like, oh, if I was going in on like an NHL goalie, I would never.
What would you do? Yeah.
You wouldn't score. You'd never score.
Yeah.
Like actually never.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's crazy. That rocks.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, it's fun. It's cool when you play against NHL guys. Most of them are like really cool, actually. Like in terms
not,
of like
trying super hard.
They're not trying, and they're just like having a good time. Like I never really had like a bad. I know there are some, former NHLers or NHLers who are just like loose cannons, and they just like can't even play beer league. Like
I could see like Jake Virtanen, like that type of player, like total asshole, basically.
Yeah, but most of them are just like they're just like, yeah, I'm just out for a skate. I don't want to get hurt. You are a loser, so I'll just treat you like have some fun. Like the worst guys to play are the guys who like used to play junior,
right?
Because then it's like they never made it, but they are absolutely better than you.
Yeah,
and so then you just have to like it's like a nouveau riche type thing where it's like they never made it, so they have to be. This is all they have. All they have is going to beer league on Tuesday night and being like, I'm better than all these fucking construction workers and teachers. You're like, hey, good for you, man. I'm proud of you.
I've never been more bored of a conversation in my fucking life.
You like hockey, Darcy. Come on. What are you talking about? Sorry we stopped talking about you for a second.
Oh my God. We were talking about your big juicy dumper, and I was like, finally, we're getting into the weeds. And then you just started talking hockey. It's like, I was
how
about
do you
to
think
get
I got
Jared
this big ass, Darcy?
It's true, yeah.
It's partly from hockey.
I got to start skating.
Yeah, you do. Now, like, I mean, because you and Jer are both big. You're big hockey guys. Like, are you and Stefan too? Like, we're recording this the day after the Canucks got eliminated. Like, how are you guys feeling?
You know what? It doesn't hurt as much as I expected because I think I just assumed they were going to lose.
Yeah.
And the only thing that sucks is that they lost to Edmonton, but if they got through, they were going to get destroyed by Dallas next round anyway.
For sure.
So
I didn't think they showed up for the first two periods, but the third period, I was like, okay, like we made it to game 7. Yeah. We're playing to the last second on the clock.
And I think JT Miller would have scored on that shot that got blocked too, which is so brutal. But
there's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas in that. Yeah. Like, and the fact that I just think it was great that like they didn't get swept because
I thought Everton was going to destroy them. I thought it was not even going to be close.
I thought it was like 7 really great hockey games.
Oh, it was a very fun series. And Edmonton, I think they should not feel good about that at all.
No, I think it was a total eye opener for them where they were like, wait, we're not just skating through this.
Yeah.
It was I typically I can't handle the stress of playoff hockey.
I forgot how fucking stressful it was.
So I call like my hockey is the last 3 minutes and the highlights.
Yeah.
So like Jared tells me what's happening while it's happening, and I'm in like usually just doing something else. But like he'll just come into the room and be like, it's fucking 3-0, and then he leaves. But then I come in for the last 3 minutes and then I watch the highlights because otherwise I'm just like an anxious
It's too much. I forgot what it's like to have expectations, and it sucks. I hate it.
It's not good. It's not good. It's not fun. Yeah. Now, okay, this is, I feel like, an important thing to weigh in on. Speaking of Nikita Zadorov, I kind of felt like there was a movement towards he's hot in this series.
He was
with his like his pregame suits, and obviously he's zaddy. But like, to me, and look, I'm not, but I can have a crush on a guy. I can say a guy's attractive. I do not get it.
I think it's a lot of personality stuff. I think it's a lot of personality stuff with him, where he seems like a really cool guy. He's very funny. And there was the TikTok that went viral of him like twerking before a game. Because he knew a fan was like filming him, and so he started like shaking his ass while he was.
I did see that. That was very funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks like a bag of smashed apples.
Thank you. Okay, I know, like, nobody had ever talked about it, and then it just felt like for some reason, specifically in this Edmonton series, they're like zaddy.
I would say the hottest guy in the Canucks, I think, is Carson Soucy.
Oh, you think so?
That guy looks good.
Okay.
He's a good-looking dude.
I don't know if I've ever actually looked.
I'm trying to think of who's good. I mean, Connor Garland, I think, is probably good-looking, but he's a little short.
Comically handsome.
Yeah, Brock Besser looks like a comic book character.
It's crazy what he looks like. It's so nuts to look like that.
Soucy is, he's a handsome dude.
Yeah.
What about, is it Pedersen? What does he look like?
Pedersen looks like me.
Yeah, he looks like if you were like, oh, if Stefan somehow looked more sickly.
Yeah, yeah, because I think his facial hair is actually worse than mine, which is crazy.
But you can't grow any beard, right? Like you can only grow the mustache.
I can grow like here, so it's similar to his, where he has, but his is blonde.
His is blonde. Yeah. Yours is darker. Yeah.
Mine is dark. I don't know what's going, but I can grow like this and like a bit here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they're like hockey players. They're all pretty good looking to some extent.
So jealous of dudes like you that can't do it. Like if I sneeze too hard, I have a longer beard. Like it's just so quick. Like I mean, I have to shave every day. Like if I can grow a mustache pretty fast for sure. I'd like to see it. I'll bring it. I'll bring it
mustache?
back. I do. I grow a mustache like once a year.
It's not good.
Oh, it's fine. Come on.
It's not good.
It's good.
It's like an eyebrow impersonating a mustache.
Well, I think it's more that it just does. I don't know. John doesn't think it suits my look, but it's like a legitimate like mustache. Like it's there. You know what I mean?
I think like it's either drive a white panel van, have a mustache. Either way.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's not bad.
Yeah, you can see it there.
That's a solid stash.
Yeah.
It's thick. Like it's a good. Like it's a real stash. It's not like a thin.
No, that's great.
I think it's more. Yeah, it's more the implication.
Sure. No, I agree, and I agree with that. I look like a guy who drives a white panel van and also gets abducted into a white panel van at the same time,
and fixes them.
Yeah,
you do all three. Yeah, you're just like, I don't know what that guy does, but he does something with white panel vans for sure. I would like to see you grow a beard. Actually, like you've never really. I mean, you did have kind of the goatee for a bit, which was really
at the
rough.
Start of COVID, because I was like, it looked so fucking bad. It was crazy how bad it looked, and it was like right at the start of COVID when you basically just no one was like leaving their apartment at all, and I was like, you know what, why not? Like, I'll just give it a go. Like, no one really has to see me. Then I remember, like, my job is like going online and having people see me. So it didn't last long, and it looked so shitty. But it is. I mean, you can see here, sort of like there's nothing here, and then it's like this. Yeah. So it's similar to yours, I think. Yeah. It's just that I don't know. I could try it. I think it would look insane.
I just want to see the whole thing. Like, I feel like because you're saying you can grow some on your cheeks. I feel like I've never seen that.
It's patchy. I think it would take a while, but it would eventually fill in.
Yeah, you have to train it, like if you're the way you're growing it and shaving it and stuff. But you can also get like washes and scrubs that can help like open hair follicles and stuff.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm thinking.
Be careful.
I've been talking about on our Twitch stream doing like a subscriber goal where if we hit a certain amount of subs, Jesse and I will go to Turkey and get like the hair shit done.
Do you know how many times we get offered it? Like, I'm not kidding. Every month, one of the clinics wants to fly me to Turkey and give me hair transplants. And I'm just like, I don't want it. But I would love to see you do it. I could give you 15 different clinics that would probably just give
I get them. Free. I get them in like Instagram ads all the time too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
you could probably get them for free if you say you'll put it on Twitch.
I mean, and Jesse, I mean, his hairline is worse than mine.
Do you have a bad hairline?
It's not great. Yeah.
Let's see it.
Oh my God.
He hasn't taken the hat off on the pod in a long time. So I actually feel like I don't even notice.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, but it's like this.
This. You poor little fucking baby. You poor little baby. My hairline starts here and ends here. The back of my hair is in a race with the front of my hair to meet in the middle. Oh, you got to part your hair a little bit to the left. Fuck you, piece of shit. When you grow your mustache and whip it up over into there. Oh, I got a bad hair. First time he's taking his hat off on the pod. I was expecting to see a fucking pencil head. You got a beautiful head of hair. Take the hat off.
It is thin. It's thin. I'll give Stefan that. It is thin. It is very thin.
Yeah. It is.
But you've probably always just had thin hair, right?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
It's very fine hair. So yeah.
I'm the opposite. My hair's like my hair's like a Brillo pad.
And obviously, like, oh my God.
No, I think I'm going bald as well.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Thanks, Trump.
I feel like remember when I first met you, Darcy. I think you still had hair.
I had hair for the first few years of stand-up.
Yeah, like you probably would have had maybe like a bald spot, but you were pretty...
So I'd always wear a ball cap and like I had long hair, so it would like wing out. And hilariously, the way I would get it to wing out is I would drive from Ladner to my gigs with my head out the window as the blow dryer, and it worked like a hot damn. But yeah, after a while, I was like, "Oh, you're really Hulk Hoganing it under the hat," and so I just embraced it. I was like, "Man, whatever." Yeah, I already look like a lollipop. I might as well look like a pencil as well.
Well, speaking of looking like a pencil, let's move on to our social media updates.
What a fucking good segue. Now let's move on. It's time to discuss what popped up in your feed. Who are you following? What did you see? Sports or politics, tweets and skis, hot takes on the TL or fast food freaks. It's our social media update.
Darcy, we always like to start with the guest. What is going on your social media?
Hilariously, not a lot. I've taken a hard pause from socials for like the last week, and it's been great. I haven't stopped on social media for 4 years, and so when we filmed the special, I was like, I'm just like going hardly. Like I still do stories, but we haven't. I haven't watched anything. I haven't engaged with anything. It's been really highly recommend. However, I did keep a meme from last week that made me fucking cry. I probably laughed at this way too much, but I don't know if there's a way to send it, but it's a man with a book and there's a giant bear beside him looking at the page, and the caption.
Sorry, you mean the animal bear?
The animal bear.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's looking at the book with the guy beside him, and it says, "Read the part again where she burns her whore mouth on my porridge." And it fucking is just so stupid. It's so dumb. I fucking love it. Read the part again where she burns her whore mouth on my...
That's good. That is good.
Have any of us had porridge before, by the way? Is it like oatmeal or is it something else?
It's wetter oatmeal.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had porridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it sucks, right?
It's kind of it's like what you buy on the store shelf, like a Quaker.
But that's oatmeal though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean that's
they're basically the same
thing.
It's basically the same thing. Yeah, I guess porridge maybe you have
more like grits, sort of
some more milk in it. No, it's not like grits. It's still
oatmeal. Like keep in mind is like a branding thing, right? Like it's oatmeal, like it's a meal.
Like oatmeal is like a type of porridge, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I would say so.
Wow.
I just know growing up, my family always called it porridge, whether it was porridge
Such an
or not.
unappealing name.
The like,
Yeah.
It like the we'd have the maple brown sugar,
Sure.
whatever we'd call
pretty
that
good,
porridge.
honestly.
That's honestly,
Yeah.
it's not
As long
bad.
as
Not
there's
bad.
enough sugar and a little cinnamon. Come
Yeah.
on.
The apple cinnamon oatmeal. Pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah. It's better than raisins and spice, right? Come on, Ivan Decker.
That's so true. Let's get Ivan on here to talk about raisins for a tight 5.
Do you know what? Can I tell? This is such a stupid story, but
Yes.
I was in Palm Springs with Deborah DiGiovanni, Jeremy Bear, myself, and Zoe Rabnett, and we were trying to remember a bit of Ivan's, and all three of us were butchering it. We were trying to tell it to Jer. So I just FaceTimed him and I was like, sorry, bud, like, can you just do the bit? Fast forward 30 minutes, because we kept being like, now do this bit. And we just like set the phone up and just had Ivan perform in his hotel room before a show. We were like, thanks. Okay. Talk to you later.
What was the bit you were trying to remember?
Oh, it's the popcorn one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Popcorn is the best snack.
But it's a 7-minute bit.
Yeah.
Of like, you can't remember it all.
No, definitely not. Yeah, there's like the 3-minute chunk on the popcorn kernels getting stuck in your teeth.
Mm-hmm. There's the microwave button.
Yeah.
Yes, the microwave button. It's in the top left. Look at what the button is in the top left.
That's a good
I don't
impression.
know why your Ivan Decker is Jewish, but for some reason,
Oy
in this,
vey! I don't either, to be honest. I've never done an Ivan really before.
That was pretty good, honestly.
it was pretty good. It was
Thank
pretty
you.
good. You had
Thank
the
you.
inflection right.
Yeah, I need some more
Yeah.
impressions in my stable. My stable impressions is Marge, basically Marge Simpson. That's it. So
No, it's not.
that's a state. Well, no, I can. You know what? I was working on a Marv Albert impression.
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
Yeah.
I need to hear this.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. A spectacular shot by LeBron James. Not as
It's
bad as you
not-
might expect.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
Yeah,
But it
Look,
is an impression where if you did it, no one would be like, "Oh, that's Marv Albert."
And
Like if you
look,
didn't tell them.
I was practicing it in the shower the other day, and maybe it was the acoustics that helped. But anyway, and I was only saying that one phrase. Like
My rule of thumb is if it crushes in the shower,
Yeah.
never do it outside the bathroom.
yeah, that's reasonable, I think. And you know what? It wasn't LeBron James. I was saying it was Michael Jordan. So maybe I can try it. And he also says, "Oh," I think. So let me try this one more time. Okay. Oh, a spectacular shot by Michael Jordan. I mean, it's it's better than my Marge, I think. I think it's better than my Marge.
I was gonna say it's giving Marge, but
Well, that's the problem, is that all my impressions kind of just revert to being Marge.
It's also just a little bit breathy. It's a little breathy.
Well, I was
impression of
pretending he was
Marv
like
you got there.
jacking off to someone's feet or whatever. Didn't he got in trouble for that, didn't he?
Something like that. Yeah,
He's like
he
a
definitely
weird
has
guy,
some
I
sexual
think.
misconduct in his past.
Yeah,
no doubt
strange
about
guy.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, strange guy. Turns out
Yeah.
a guy named Marv Albert is a creep. Who would have known?
The only Marvs I know are that guy and the character from Home Alone.
Home
who's like a
Alone, yeah.
burglar.
I was just
so.
I was just reading about he's got a book coming out and he talks about Home Alone. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted.
Daniel Stern does? Or
Yeah,
Macaulay Culkin?
yeah,
Okay.
Daniel Stern. I did a movie with him, like, oh God, how long ago? 8, 9 years ago. He wasn't nice.
Really?
Oh no!
Oh,
What
that's
was
too
the
bad.
movie? Hold on.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't know.
Stefan, you know what? I just came up with an idea for you,
Yeah.
and I can't believe you didn't get there yet. Marv Simpson,
Oh, yeah.
where you do
okay.
Marge
Boom.
Simpson doing
Yeah.
basketball highlights.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's something, I think.
That's definitely something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put some thought into that. That's a great idea. Marv
Yeah.
Simpson. Yeah. Or Marge Albert. Either way. Yeah.
Either way
Yeah.
works for sure.
That's something.
Yeah, Marge Albert, I guess, would be like, oh, LeBron.
Mm,
Oh, that was really good. Oh my
that
god.
was.
I've
Fuck.
never done Marge on the
I know,
show
but you
before.
just, I don't know.
You
You are
crushed it.
you are good at impressions. You
I'm
can.
okay. I'm okay.
Well,
I can't do them at all.
No?
No. Oh God, I'm terrible at them. I'm just trying to think of who I've ever even done. I don't know. I could do John Candy.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my god. Jesus.
You want to see my Chris Farley?
Okay. I can see that. Yeah. See the resemblance.
For those of you who are listening to this on audio, Darcy mimed being dead.
I actually cracked my neck doing it too. It felt great.
I used to play hockey against John Candy's son, and
really?
and John Candy would just come to the games.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was a very nice guy, very chill. Yeah, Christopher Candy is his.
Yeah, I met him at a Lions game. I have his autograph on my wall right over there. He was awesome. He was, and then he died like a year later.
So sad.
I'm the
Such a funny
age
guy.
now that John Candy was when he died, and I'm like, just
get past this and
gotta make it one more year.
Yeah.
I will remember.
Yeah, just set up a GoFundMe for Jared. Just if it's me first, if I take the bullet, someone set up a GoFundMe for Jared. He won't know where I put any of the money.
We'll get on it for sure. We'll bring Jer on the pod. We'll bring him on.
I
We'll
almost
subsidize
brought him today. I almost brought him
we got to
today.
have him on as a guest at some point.
It would have been just hockey the whole time.
Well,
like the second when you guys started talking, I was like, I should go get the fucking stats king. My little. When it comes to the TISM, it's all about hockey stats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
maybe we should invite Jer into our hockey pool. We have a general manager opening.
Yeah,
so.
That's right.
Do you really?
We do.
We do. Yeah.
Oh, you should definitely. He would love it. He's in like 50
Okay,
hockey.
that's interesting.
We'll consider it. Yeah.
Yeah. He it's his favorite thing in the world.
We've got a couple people on the short list right now, but
it's a very, very deep, very competitive hockey pool.
It's been going on for 11 years now.
11 years.
You've
Is
heard
this
us.
the one that you guys do a trip?
The annual trip.
Yes, we do the annual
Jared
trip.
wouldn't survive that. He would not.
Jared wouldn't survive in a house with 14 guys.
He's an older bottom. You've got to understand.
He's like, I can come for one night. Then I gotta go home. Oh boy, that's good. Speaking of older bottom, Stefan, what's going on your social media?
Well, I saw this this headline. This is in Variety, and this is just like, if you ever think like, whenever you see someone be like, oh, like billionaires are so smart, like that's why they have all their money. They're really smart and they earned it. You can show them a headline like this, where this is about Dan Snyder, the former owner of the Washington Commanders, total psycho, like widely renowned as the worst owner in NFL history. Probably the worst owner in up there with the worst owner in pro sports history.
Wouldn't change the name, the racist name of the team.
Yeah, total psycho, cheapskate.
Ran them into the ground.
Just
how did he make his
awful
money?
guy.
He's Domino's.
Let's see, Dan Snyder, American businessman. Let's see, career, Snyder Communications and Advertising.
Okay, never mind.
Advertising stuff. Big piece of shit. Really stupid guy though, because there's a movie coming out about Donald Trump in the 1970s. It's called The Apprentice, starring Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump, and I think it's going to be quite good. Yeah. But this is how you know how fucking stupid Dan Snyder is, because Dan Snyder, his company invested money into the film. Here's the headline. Sebastian Stan's Donald Trump movie, The Apprentice, counts billionaire Dan Snyder as an investor. But he's said to be furious over the cut playing at Cannes, as he was under the impression the film was going to be a flattering portrayal of Trump.
No.
So he's like, I think he's like suing to like get the movie like recut or something. But it's like, what did you think this was going to be?
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's so funny.
That's the one Jeremy Strong from.
Yes.
He's playing Roy Cohn.
Roy Cohn, yeah. Speaking of like psycho assholes.
Talk about that's like and when I saw it, I fell into a rabbit hole researching their relationship and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, it all makes more sense.
Because Roy Cohn is the guy like in Angels of America. It's like kind of yeah.
He's the monster.
Yeah. The movie's going to be really good, I think. But it's just so funny.
How do you like not do due diligence if you're investing in something so political?
Presumably, my guess is some underling was like, "Hey, do you want to invest like $2 million in this Donald Trump movie?" And he was like, "Oh, sure, yeah, that sounds great. I like Donald Trump." And just like not thinking like, this Hollywood movie about Donald Trump probably isn't going to be like nice to him.
Yeah. I saw it got like a 10-minute standing ovation at Cannes.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. And
I just don't think I want to watch anything to do with him.
I know,
I agree.
But I kind of like the idea that it's like 70s Donald Trump too. Like I am sort of interested in that era when he was like lucid and like somewhat intelligent, you know. So that could be interesting for sure. And Sebastian Stan is a really good actor also. And obviously Jeremy Strong too. But
yeah,
God, I just like how stupid and just like confident and just like you're going through life. You're set for life. You have billions of dollars and you invest a couple million in this movie. Like it stuns me how fucking
every step
stupid.
of the way.
Oh my
every
God.
step of the way.
It's wonderful. But it was just one of those headlines I saw and I was like, this is just. I was just like laughing out loud when I read the headline.
Anytime a billionaire takes a hit,
yeah,
I just love it.
It's really good.
I'm just like, okay, so there's little pockets of karma still floating around.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, a lot of people were sort of joking about this, but so the president of Iran died in a helicopter crash this past weekend, right? And it's just like so crazy to think. There were multiple posts going around that were sort of similar where it's like, a normal person seeing a helicopter, like, no fucking way am I going to travel in that death trap. And then like world leaders and like billionaires and celebrities and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'll get in the fucking helicopter. You know, sign me up. Like,
yeah, they're like, I hate LA traffic. Can I buy a helicopter? Is there a way I could just skip traffic?
Crazy. Oh my God.
feel that way even about small planes. I had to take a small plane to Vernon the other day for a show, and it was just like 6 seats, and we hit turbulence. And
it's so scary. Yeah.
So fast and so much. Like my champagne went everywhere. It was, I was like, never again. Lie flat. That's all
John, what's going on your social media?
Well, Dan, I sent you this in the Discord here, but this is a tweet from my friend Bryn, who is a past guest of the POD cast. She plays in a great band called Stay Inside and is doing some work in Berlin right now. And there is a Dunkin' Donuts in Berlin, and
now, what does that mean?
So the English phrase here means "we're looking for you." They want to. So it means they want to hire them. But yeah, Stefan, you want to say what the sign says?
We're sucking dick. I mean, essentially, like I'm not saying it with a German accent, I guess, but
now can you say it slower and with more heart?
Sure. We're let me do it as Marge. My homie, we're sucking dick. Did that do it for you?
Almost.
Okay.
Almost.
Finally, I'm getting some sound alerts I can use.
Yeah. Dan, I'm going to need that cut and email.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll CC you on it for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So yeah, it was just one of those classic, like again, I think we both love like just an old, like this is like an old viral tweet of like, or like an old style, I should say. This is only from a couple days ago, but yeah, it's been retweeted, over 4,000 times and it's got a ton of likes. And it's just a classic, like, I'm in Germany. Apparently in Germany, we're looking for you translates to we are sucking dick.
That's really good. That's
you
so
know
funny.
what more could you want?
Apparently
really?
I've been hiring for a long time.
I didn't know.
Is Twitter still a thing? Is Twitter still a thing?
I deleted my account.
And
I'm
did, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I have to re-log in once a month so that it doesn't get like permanently deleted. Yeah. Because I don't want someone to squat on my name, and on the off chance that Elon takes a bunch of pills and something cool happens, I'll probably go back on there. But I'm on Blue Sky, which I'm enjoying a lot. It's quite nice. It's very quiet, but yeah.
I do Threads, but they like the one thing I hate about Threads and Instagram and Facebook in general is like how much their guidelines will be like, hey, we flagged posts that have had this language in it before. Are you sure you still want to post it? And it's like, yeah, we're sucking dick. Put it out there.
Let it ride, baby. I find Threads is too. I don't like it. I find it's too.
It seems too like polished and artificial, and
it is
and they're pushing it so hard on Instagram because I'm not on there, but I'll get at the top of my Instagram feed like, here's what's going on Threads, and they're smart about it because they'll always show a post that's like only half the post, and you're like,
have to click
I guess I'll click on this to see more, and then you click on it, and it's like, do you want to sign up for Threads? It's like, no, I don't want to see the post that bad, but it's just like,
It's,
and
they
get notifications when someone posts on Thread for the first time as well. Like it's not good.
Yeah,
the internet fucking sucks now.
It's getting a little too clean.
Yeah. Blue Sky's fun. Blue Sky is cool because so for instance, our my co-host on Go Off Kings, Jesse Farrar, he just posted and I guess this goes out on YouTube, so you may have to bleep this out, Dan, but he just posted Jerry Seinfeld should be killed. And then the post got taken down by Blue Sky, and then Jesse was like, hey, why'd you take this down? And they put it back up, and what they do is they will just label it, and it'll be labeled as threats. And you click on the word threats, and then it shows the post. It's so funny.
That's dark. I haven't been on Blue Sky. I do the threads you can put into the Fediverse, so I just let them do it that way, which I think connects to Blue Sky and other places.
Yeah. No, Blue Sky's nice. If you don't need an invite code anymore, so you can just get right on there. But it's a good time. I'm enjoying.
Are you still on Twitter, John?
Yeah, I'm still over there, just slopping around.
It's just crazy. I'll check in once in a while, and it's like
bad. It's really bad.
Like all the good posters and stuff that I follow, like. I mean, a lot of them are still posting stuff, but it's just the numbers are just way down because so many people have just left. Yeah. And it's just designed to just funnel just the worst shit to the top, right? Like it's like all the blue check guys show up, and
I deleted mine once they got rid of the original verified. I was like, oh, okay, like it's just gonna be whoever's paying, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want people thinking I'm paying for verification.
I don't love it. I don't really tweet that much anymore from my main account, but I have a curling account that has quite a few followers, and people still engage with the curling community is still pretty active on it. It feels like how old people are still active on Facebook. It's like curling people are still active on Twitter. So I can still post stuff on Twitter, on my curling Twitter that does numbers, and it does feel kind of like old Twitter, because there's not that many verified people either. You're just talking about curling. So it's only for people who like curling too. So it has kind of that old school sort of community feel. So I don't mind that, but and it just sucks for the podcast too. Our tweets, nobody sees anything we're doing on there anymore.
No.
Yeah. And I launched a Jeopardy podcast, and Emily Heller has 90,000. That's my co-host, has 90,000 followers on Twitter, and it just doesn't matter anymore. It's you cannot leverage your following on Twitter anymore, at all.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it was a place for people, for independent creators to start their own work and plug their own work, and it's just that part of it is completely gone now.
Yeah.
Which is brutal. Anyway, speaking of brutal shit online, let's move on to our block tale.
What did you tweet? You brought receipts. Blocktail, woo! No longer can see the post. It's a blocktail, woo! You probably deserved it. It's a blocktail.
All right, Darcy, the floor is yours.
Well, it's actually a great segue from our previous conversation, because you actually, when you were talking about Facebook and still being active for old people, as a middle-aged man, we have a very large Facebook following that we only really started posting on last year, and with that comes a whole slew of problems, but the biggest one is their AI guideline issues. So we've had steady growth for the last 12 months. I started with 1,000 followers, and I think I'm at 700,000 now on Facebook. And Facebook, where there's motivation for creators versus anywhere else, it's the only one besides YouTube that pays for views. So and it pays very well. I make more money on Facebook than I do on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram combined. It's a really nice passive income. And then all of a sudden, we get a notification that our profile and videos are no longer recommendable. No, like we had no violations, none of this stuff. So we were like, whoa, like, who do we talk to? Nobody. Like, there's literally like no recourse. If they don't offer the appeal button in the notification, then it just means it can't be appealed. And you are so instantly, like, I noticed, like, right away, I was like, oh my God, like, I've got to go to war with Facebook. Like, it's fine. I've fought TikTok before. Now we're going to fight Facebook. But I just couldn't get, like, you cannot talk to somebody there unless you pay for verification and there's like customer support. But I'm like, I'm already verified. I'm not paying you to talk to somebody. And so I was just like, okay, well, Facebook is dead. Like, I don't care. We'll figure it out later. And I ignored it for like 8 weeks. And then I get a notification like 8 weeks later that I had a violation in like 9 weeks before because I referred to myself as a busy donkey. And the AI decided that that was bullying. And
it's like a slur or something.
Yeah,
like
I was like, okay, like busy donkeys literally like our fucking merch.
Yeah.
And so it had, and there was no appeal. There was nothing. And then I just did like my little ADHD self became so hyper fixated on it because I was just like, hey, like other people are able to post our videos. We can't report them. They're making money off of it. That's the only reason we went to Facebook to begin with, was to stop other people from making money off of our videos. And then I read that if you're verified and you have your profile doesn't match in some way or another, that you can become non-recommendable. And my profile picture is Jeremy. And so I change it to just a picture of me. And I'm not kidding. Within minutes, our account's recommendable again.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, are you kidding? Like 2.5 months of not having any income from you. And it's because the NJer is fucking dragging me down.
No kidding.
Like I've been saying from the beginning, he's trying to take all my money now. So anyways, I still fucking hate Meta because it's just like the way they police their videos and stuff. I've seen awful shit on Reels that don't get flagged. There's straight up porn happening on both platforms. But me being like, I'm a donkey, they're like, listen, I'm sorry, but that is violent and we're quite concerned and we've requested someone check in on you.
Yeah, this actually violates our self-esteem clause.
Listen,
seems like yours is a little bit low and we just want to check in.
I've lost all self-esteem the second I started posting couple videos on the internet, guys. So don't worry about that.
That's so wild. And so, yeah, like you were saying, you think it's all AI. It's just all AI driven, that the AI bot or whatever would see the profile picture was you and Jer. And then it was just like, oh, this
isn't verified. This isn't who they say they are.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. And even just like the way they flag stuff on Instagram, sometimes I'm like, as a human seeing this, can I get a human being to see this?
Right.
And they're like, no, because we can't afford to hire humans.
That's so fucked.
Like you go on Instagram, right? And like the search thing is now Meta AI search.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, no one asked for this. No one wants
Nobody.
This.
Oh, that thing is so dumb. And I accidentally clicked it the other day. Like I was just trying to search something, but that little ring or whatever is also in the search. So I clicked it by accident and then it opens up a DM with the AI.
Yeah.
So then it's just like in your DM folder, it's like, oh, hey, this is Jenny. Like talk to me. And I'm like,
what do you need?
It's not, I don't need, because I think what I did was I didn't realize I had hit the ring and then I typed in whatever it was I was searching for.
Right.
And then it was just like, let me help you search for that. And I'm like, I don't need your help to search for something on Instagram. It's not difficult.
And I'm not saying like I'm fully against AI because like I have the ChatGPT app and ever since they added the voice feature, it's actually really helpful. Like especially for learning how to do shit around the house. I ask him and he tells me and I'm like, oh, you're bang on. But yeah, when it comes to like using just computers to police tone and comedy and intention, like that's we're all going to be doomed.
Yeah. Yeah, terrible. Okay, we don't have a listener block this week, but it's a listener story that I feel like is worth doing in this section. So this is from Ben. And I just want to say, Darcy, we have talked on the show about Home Improvement quite a bit lately because I just finished rewatching it.
The TV show Home Improvement.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, great. I'm in.
So we just finished rewatching it, and we were discussing how the actor who plays Tim's youngest son, Mark, is a horrible actor. Like really, he never gets better. He's like a bad child actor, and you're like, oh, it's just because he's like 6 years old. He doesn't get it. No, he just never gets it. But Ben, the subject of the email is Taryn Noah Smith, that's his name, vegan house party. So Ben says, okay, you brought up the little dude from Home Improvement, and while maybe this isn't a block, it's a story I have to share with you about him. I moved to LA in 2004. The wild thing about being in your 20s and in LA is that you are seconds away from the weirdest shit ever happening to you, and maybe famous people being involved too. So I got cold messaged by a very attractive girl on MySpace, and she ended up asking me to come to a preview dinner of a new vegan restaurant that was going to be opening soon, and it was going to be hosted at Taryn Noah Smith's house.
Okay.
So there's a number of things there that are already insane. It's worth pointing out that at this point, Taryn Noah Smith was maybe 21. He was still a child and was married to a woman who was 16 years older than him. The restaurant was apparently theirs, and this MySpace girl was friends with his wife somehow. So I roll up to the house of this girl from MySpace, and it's immediately weird. In the front yard of the house, there is a big geodesic dome / playground set that you would see on playgrounds back in the day. It's full size. It takes up the whole front yard. We go inside, and the right side is kind of the living side, and the left side is this giant kitchen living area. There is a trippy as shit giant series of paintings on one wall. One of the tables in the kitchen has a stripper pole on it. It's very intense. We mill about for a little while, and we end up back at the back of the kitchen looking into the backyard, and this is where it gets wild. The backyard was unlike anything I had ever seen before. The entire thing was teeming with rats. Like just hundreds of rats running around. I cannot explain to you how many rats were in this backyard. They apparently kept the rats and fed them, and it was a thing. They were rat people. There was some rationale about how rats are good, so they fed them and then let them live and completely occupy their backyard. So anyway,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. And then he goes on to tell a little bit more about the story, but he says he didn't get any one-on-one time with Taryn Noah Smith, but apparently it was a crazy, just a crazy experience. And then he includes a bunch of pictures as well, which whatever. And then he says he's a weird dude. He has I'm a child with tons of money house, or at least did 20 years ago, and also the rats. Oh, and I guess he also has a submarine. And then he linked me to an article, and apparently Taryn Noah Smith just owns a submarine.
What?
So this is from the San Francisco Gate, or SF Gate. There was an unusual sighting in Monterey Bay over the weekend. A submarine docked at Fisherman's Wharf and in the bay. This is in 2019, by the way. And it says there were some people talking about how it might have been a drug smuggling boat, said this guy who saw it. And then it turns out the owner of the submarine is Taryn Smith, who happened to play the youngest son, Mark Taylor, on the TV show Home Improvement. And this quote is fucking bananas. No, we are not smuggling drugs. We are not attacking the U.S. We are all just Californians having a good time.
No.
So apparently he just like chills out in a submarine. He purchased it from the Swedish Navy. And he teaches people how to drive it. It's allowed down 600 feet beneath the ocean. And
how big is it? Like it's
it doesn't say. It just says it doesn't say.
I just sent a thing in the chat of his house from 2007.
Okay.
Great headline. The headline is so good here.
Home Improvement star's house, a real shithole.
Yeah. And it's a real weirdo. Oh, now I'm looking at his...
the bank foreclosed on the property.
Interesting.
Yeah, he lost the property, but now I'm Terrence Smith. Oh, yeah.
And there you go. Smith's lawyer said that his client didn't do all the damage. Quote, you can thank his gold-digging ex-wife for the debacle he's in.
Oh, my God.
What a quote. What a quote.
Methinks he might be playing the role of lawyer in that quote.
And then, this final quote in the submarine article is great. Smith says he was born and raised on a boat, which, okay, and learning to work a submarine was a natural outcome for him. Quote, we want to be able to help people with the true beauty and wonder that is under the ocean at all times.
Oh, what an insane guy.
I mean, I grew up at a cottage. We had a boat. I was out on the lake all the time. It was never a natural outcome that I would buy a submarine and take people around in it.
And like, have we not learned anything about submarines in the last couple of years?
Yeah.
Like, leave them to countries.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's either it's gonna implode or you're gonna murder a reporter on it. That's like the only thing that happens on.
Not good. Anyway, if you want to send in a listener block or I guess a story of a time you went to a famous person's house and it was really weird, you can send that in at blockedparty.com. You can also donate to the show at patreon.com/blockparty. $5 a month gets you access to 3 bonus episodes every single month. This past week, we had Danielle Florence on the show for a mailbag episode. Very fun. So check that out. Give it a listen. We also do ad-free episodes. You get access to our entire back catalog, which is over 150 episodes at this point. You get access to our Discord, merch discounts, whole bunch of fun stuff. So check that out. Patreon.com/blockparty. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Block Party Pod. Blue Sky and YouTube at Block Party if you want to see the video of this episode. And of course, if you like the show, please tell a friend. Darcy, we are here at the end of the episode, which means it's time for the top 3.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Uno, 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 uno.
Mustard.
3.
Socks. 2. Girlfriends.
Uno, 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 uno.
All right, Darcy, what do you have for the top 3, please?
I'm really excited for this one. Not as excited as Stefan gets when he hears 3 tops. But my reason is that I'm asking this is because I'm bored with the options. So we just got a pizza oven that goes with the barbecue thing. So like you can like barbecue pizza and stuff. And I cannot think of creative toppings. So I just really honestly want to know your top 3 pizza combinations.
Wow. Okay. I don't think we've ever done this, surprisingly.
Not a pizza combination, I don't think. No, I feel like we've.
Okay.
I mean, didn't this start the whole debate with the is sauce a pizza topping?
Sauce and cheese a pizza
But that was like
topping?
toppings, not like pizza types, I think.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's true.
I will double
That's actually
check.
a really interesting debate, though.
It is.
I would say
Darcy,
it's not a
don't guess.
topping. It's not a topping. It's part of the.
That's right.
I've grown up and I no longer think it's a topping. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the only one I'm seeing here is this is from John Hendren's episode, and it was things that you personally put on your burgers, pizza, or sandwiches that you don't find in restaurants that are disgusting, but you do it because you're a nasty person that just loves gross shit.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is a little bit different.
A little different. This is just top 3 types of pizza.
Yeah, we did top 3 ingredients inside a calzone.
Yes.
But we haven't done a
What did we
pizza
do
one.
with me last time? Because I think we did hot dog toppings.
We did accounts that you like to follow.
Yeah.
We also did suggested new locations for cruising games like Cruisin' USA.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also did ways to cook eggs.
Oh,
Okay.
I was completely wrong. I really hope in that cruising episode I made a cruising reference.
Oh, yeah, I think that's how
Sure,
it
we
started.
all
I'm
did.
pretty sure that's how it
It
started.
probably
Yeah.
did. I've been on this show too many times. So glad this is my last time. Okay,
so Darcy,
I start with 3.
You start
number
with your number 3, yes.
It's ham pineapple with an extra cheddar cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like Hawaiian pizza, you know?
Yeah.
I think it is genuinely really good. So
Me as well.
I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good number 3. I'm going to go with And I used to get this when I ordered from Domino's. I would always get this whenever they had it. But the Philly cheesesteak pizza at Domino's was I loved it.
That's what you're suggesting for Darcy. The
Why not?
Philly
I think if you
cheesesteak
make
pizza,
it with, like actual like good ingredients, it could be much better. You know.
That's fucked.
I'm gonna try that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So what was on it? It was like beef and then what? Like onions and green peppers kind of
pretty
thing?
much, yeah. And then like a white sauce of some kind.
I was gonna say it's a white sauce pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which not everyone likes, but
no, anytime I get a white sauce pizza, I look at it and I go, why don't I just shit my pants right here?
Yeah.
Why don't I save myself the trouble, shit myself and not buy this pizza?
Yeah, good point. Okay, my number 3, I'm gonna go because this is for you, Darcy, mostly, right? So I will say one of our favorite pizzas here in Calgary, they do a margarita, but instead of having like the leaves of basil, it's do
homophobia. Sorry, I had to get in there.
That's okay. It's they do like a basil oil. So it's like an olive oil, but it's got basil in it. And I would say I like it even more than the fresh basil on a margarita.
They're adding it after the fact.
They're adding it after. So they do the cheese and the tomato sauce and everything just like normal. And then they do like a swirl of this basil oil. And it's really excellent. And I think it's not necessarily a flavor combination, but I think could elevate your margarita. Could be a fun thing to make like a basil oil.
I have basil oil. We have like 8 different types of infused oils because of the pizza, but I haven't tried the basil. All right, I'm adding it.
Okay, add it in. And I think too, you could definitely add it on like a non-margarita as well. Like there's lots of pizzas that.
I've used it for lube.
Got a little spicy in the bedroom, did it? Okay, Darcy, your number 2, please.
My number 2 is spicy chicken, feta cheese, banana peppers.
Oh,
that's
a good one.
That sounds nice.
What type of spicy chicken are we talking? Like a Cajun, a buffalo?
Yeah, like a cayenne, cayenne kind of marinated chicken, and then like a sweeter banana pepper.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds nice. That does sound good. I've got a pretty regular one here, but when I make pizza, this is one of my go-tos, which is just sausage and mushroom. Very, very nice combo. You know, it's a little.
How's that helping Darcy?
What?
As if he hasn't put sausage and mushroom on a pizza before.
I'm just saying it's.
I actually hate mushrooms on pizza.
Oh no! Okay,
I do. I just eat them to hallucinate. I don't do any other kind of mushrooms really, but I'm always up for a sausage party.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 2, and your mileage may vary on this. But there is a pizza place in Calgary we also like here. It's called Pizza Face, and they do a dill pickle pizza.
Whoa!
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Talk to me about this. I need to know.
It is excellent.
Is it like a burger pizza? Because I've seen those with pickles and like beef and like.
It is a dill pickle pizza.
Okay.
So they do. So it is a white sauce as well. So but because it kind of has to complement. I think it's like a garlicky white sauce, and I would say I don't generally like white sauce pizzas, but it's good. It really it's not a heavy white sauce. I'll say that. Then they have house-made dill pickles, and they cut them into spears, thin spears, and they just lay them all over the pizza, and then they put fresh dill on top.
And they cook it?
Oh yeah, so the pickles are cooked like on the pickles don't go on after. They're like cooked into the cheese. And it's excellent. Like it's not a pizza you'd want to have all the time. But yeah, like
it's not a pizza I want to have one time. Like it is all the time is definitely out. This is the weirdest sounding thing. Are you pregnant?
Not maybe.
Dill pickles and cheese melted and cooked. I don't know.
I did see you 9 months ago, so I might be pregnant.
What's up?
But yeah, so it's. I'm looking at the ingredients now: garlic, cream, mozzarella, crunchy pickles, finished with fresh dill and black pepper.
I would definitely try a slice, but I'm not gonna. I wouldn't look at it and go, I want to waste my night making this at home and then be hungry after I take one bite.
I would try
But
it.
if I'm in Calgary,
try
I'll
it.
try it. If
I
I'm
said
in
like your
Calgary,
mileage may vary. Obviously, you have to like dill pickles. Obviously,
I love dill pickles. I've
Okay.
never had them cooked in anything though.
I think you would be surprised. Like I was definitely skeptical as well. I thought, like the first time Becca and I went to Pizza Face, we ordered a second pizza, basically
Great
for
name for a
exactly
pizza
the
place,
reason
by
you're
the way.
talking about.
Yeah.
It's a great pizza place name, and it's a really cool spot. But yeah, so like obviously we are like, let's get a second pizza because this dill pickle thing could just suck shit, and then at least we have another pizza. And we both really liked it, and we've been back since, and we just get the dill pickle when we go back. So
Wow.
My takeaway is that you two are so fucking healthy that you went to a pizza restaurant and intended to only order one pizza between the two of you. Because, like, if Jared and I did that at a restaurant, I would assume he was breaking up with me. Like, we're gonna share one pizza.
it's one big pizza.
Okay,
Like it's
fair,
a very
yeah.
big, like it's a a classic like pizzeria style, like
Yeah,
big.
I'm celiac, so my
Right.
pizzas are all gluten free. They're like the Stefan of pizzas, just kind of thin and white.
Yeah, that's fair. Darcy, you're number one.
My number one's so boring, but it's so classic. And Domino's reference, it's the Brooklyn pepperoni.
I love that.
Brooklyn
choice.
pepperoni, cheese, a layer of cheddar cheese, more Brooklyn pepperoni, some mozz on
Would you
top.
put hot honey on there? Have you tried that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I love a
okay.
hot honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Like that's what I will probably be barbecuing at least one of tonight.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I do love that. Is easily the best Domino's pizza in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is the Brooklyn style pie.
Yeah, for sure. My number one. This is a love it or hate it one, but I do like this one once in a while. But blue cheese and pear pizza is really nice.
That's one I could fuck with right away.
It's a really nice one. It's very nice. But if you don't like blue cheese, I mean, and John
I don't
doesn't.
like blue
Yeah.
cheese or pear.
You don't like pear?
You don't like pear?
Pear sucks.
Blue cheese, I understand,
Oh.
but pear, really?
Pears are
good.
God's mistake.
No, come on.
I
It's a
have
terrible
two,
fruit.
That's ironic because I have two pear trees in the backyard, and Jer and I are considered God's mistakes as well.
By some people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, pear pizzas. That's going to be so easy. In 6 weeks.
I mean, if you have
can
pear
just-
trees, that's kind of a no-brainer for you guys.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so again, I would say also I do like a Hawaiian, and I would have no trouble recommending that. And also there's a pizza place in Vancouver, Pizzeria Barbarella, that does like a brown sugar and spicy glaze on their pineapple.
Ooh.
And it is excellent. But Stefan already said that, so I will go my number one. I will go with a baked potato pizza. So again, fun thing you can do at home.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
You got my attention.
It is. So again, usually it can be a white sauce pizza, but it can also be a tomato sauce pizza. It can go either way. And basically you just have like, you have chunks of potato on the pizza, and then however you like to dress your baked potato.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
usually it's like a bacon bits. Maybe you get some green onions on there or some red onions if that's a preferred taste for you, whatever. If you like a little bit of spice, you could throw some banana peppers on there, and then you dip the pizza in sour cream when you're,
Ooh.
and very, very good. That was like
That's good.
that was
That's
the
actually,
go-to.
like-
That was the go-to at UBC. UBC's pizza place was Pi R Squared, and there was what it was called, and that was their famous slice, was like a baked potato slice.
Yeah, I could get into that.
I'll
I
try
was instantly
it.
thinking like sauce-wise, using sour cream as the sauce. Even
You could do that too. Yeah,
yeah.
Depends on the pie, but it's very, very good. So we've given you some things to think
I'm
about.
gonna be busy, guys. Like I honestly,
let us know. I want to see some pictures of
And
the
if you're
pizza.
listening to this, you can send Darcy your recommendations as well.
No, don't talk to me.
Send them to us, and we will send them to Darcy on your behalf.
Just kidding. I love you. I tolerate you.
Well, Darcy, we're here at the end of the show. Thank you so much, as always, for being on the show. Always a pleasure to have you. Before we go, anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, someone should have told me something. We just added a second night to our St. John's show in September.
Nice.
It's the first show, September 11th. Nobody's doing anything over there.
That's kind of a big date for Newfoundland.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We decided, what's bigger? Me?
Yep.
I do not think I'm bigger than 9/11, just for anybody that doesn't understand tone. Anyways, so we just added a second date there, and then we're going to Dublin, Manchester, London, Brighton, and Glasgow for a run in September. And those tickets are on sale, and I feel dead inside.
Well, no, that's good. I mean, we have lots of UK listeners, and you guys are also going to Australia as well, right?
No, Australia is going to go 2025.
Okay,
gotcha. I decided to do something called setting boundaries.
Yeah,
smart.
That's a big trip.
It's a
have
big
you been
trip
there
for
before?
3.
Because the flight is. I went there last year, and the flight it's like 16 hours. It's just insane.
The thing. Like, it would only be really would make sense to do 3 shows there. So it's like, like it's a long. I'm desperate to go because we have a large following in Australia, and we want to give them. But it's just I've traveled too much, and I'm like, by the time we do this last run, I just want to have some chill time.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
But they can go to darcyandjared.com and sign up for notifications.
There you go. So darcyandjared.com, and you are the Darcy Michael, I believe, on Instagram.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll say that.
I'm sure. I think that's everywhere. Yeah.
Beautiful. Follow Darcy and Jer on TikTok if you're not already. One of the best accounts on there. And you can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, at Block Party Pod. This episode is available in video format on our YouTube, which is just at Blocked Party. And we'll see you back here next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.